Let's go.
Chase.
Welcome. Okay, Chase, be quiet. Cut it out.
Over here looking at Facebook.
Welcome to Spiritual Alchemy, the podcast with Julie. Tonight we have three beards, or I have three beards with us. No, I don't have three beards. They do. They're not the three amigos. They're not three men in a tub. They're not the three musketeers, though they might think they are. They're not three blind mice or Goldilocks and the three beards. It's the Holy Trinity of three beards, the podcast.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. This is really special because I was asked to be on their podcast before I started my podcast, and they're the ones that actually helped me get this thing going. So thank you. It's all your fault.
You're welcome.
We did it.
You're welcome.
It's all your fault. So I want you guys to, let's talk podcast talk. So
I thought you were going to say talk politics. I was like, here we go.
She baited us.
No, you know those taboo subjects like politics and religion, they don't go over well.
No.
But I'm gonna get sketchy with my podcast, so I'm gonna have a flat earther on mine.
Oh,
I know. You mentioned that. I told you. I go that is right up there with QAnon. I go that is just you either are in or you are not in. I mean that is one where, let's talk about that with flat earthers. That's what I told you. I go, when you go in there, you need to make sure you set some ground rules, or else it is gonna go south so quick because you're gonna have everything from there. We're under a dome that The reason that's why we never see anything, the rockets go sideways, is because they hit the glass and they just keep on a curving. Oh, it goes crazy.
Well, they're gonna tie it to spirituality. So the whole thing is I really want to give a platform for people to share their beliefs, their thoughts, and not be judged for them. So let's talk about your podcast and how it's evolved. You guys have like over 150 podcasts you've done. You do 2 podcasts every Wednesday night. You used to do one Wednesday and Sunday. So how did this thing start with 3 beards? Did you have a beard before?
Yeah, we actually all did. That was the crazy part. We all did. And what we did is I just walked into work one day and I looked at him and I'm like, would you guys, I want to do a podcast. I mean, I tried before with a couple other guys and we just we didn't really have a chemistry. It was one of those, we all had kind of different opinions, but we weren't all on the same page. There was nothing negative. But with Chris and Austin, it's just been, we can be ourselves. There's no, there's not really, I can give them hell, and they give me hell back. And like I said, and nobody cares. I mean, it's kind of we're partnered. And then we started it out. We were just going to kind of do weird, odd, just different things, just talk about random stuff. And then we ended up getting a couple of former, football players, UCF players. And then Chris knew an MMA guy, and Martin Brown brought him in, and we're like, this is kind of fun. So we started doing this full time. We'll just kind of leave it, we won't go too deep into that part, but we came to an abrupt stop with MMA, and we just we were at a low point. I mean, I'll let these guys talk, like their experience with it. But I mean, for me, I was that close to stopping.
I was there.
Not after you called me and begged me on the way home. You're like, Chris, we just can't have you doing this. And then Craig came back and he says, well, I don't know. Austin said, I'm quitting. This is going to be my last show. Yeah. And Craig was like, well, we'll work on some things and we'll get it right. And here we are.
Yeah. I mean, it was Mark just, Yeah, well, that too. But we started the show just for like sports. You know, just we all had different teams: UCF, FSU, Oregon, Seattle, everything. And then we did MMA, and it was fun at first because it was all enjoyable. But interview after interview, twice a week of what do you eat? How do you train? It got to the point where like, there's no way that people listening to this every night going, these are great questions, the same questions. It's just, it got more work, and it was like, I'm done. And I was like, Craig, this isn't fun anymore. It's supposed to be fun, not work. And I'm glad that we changed.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, there's only just so many times you can ask people. Hey, so do you like to stand up and fight? Do you like to wrestle? Do you like to do stuff? And it just got to the thing where like, dude, guys. I mean, all we're asking is, I'm alive. I'm alive.
When you get hit, what color are the stars?
Oh, rest in peace, headphone users. Rest in peace, headphone users. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I couldn't get to mute button time.
The only highlight of the whole thing was like Craig would say, "What's your favorite ice cream?" And after a while, that got boring. I'm like, "Oh, great, awesome, great question, Craig." Like, it's just boring, man. And I mean, it's the same thing, Like I listen to a sports podcast all day long, football, everything else, but maybe MMA people love that. I can't. I don't know how to do it.
Oh wow! So you guys morphed into doing these myths and legends, and how did that transition?
It used to be story time with Craig. So Craig,
please tell us a story.
Oh no, you don't understand. You should have seen the behind the scenes. I'm like, guys, you're killing me here.
Craig used to do 3 weeks worth of info. We'd look it up 10 minutes before the show. And we're on camera like story.
I'm printing out like notes. I'm highlighting stuff. I've got things just color coded. You saw it. You asked me for some, for help. I sent you that. That's what I'm doing for my notes. I've got like 5 pages. These guys have hit Wikipedia 10 minutes before the show starts. And I'm sitting here, I'm going, guys, I go, we can't have Chris, you can't every episode. They're magical, mythical creatures. I'm like, at that point, I'm throwing the papers behind me. I'm like, we've got nothing. We've got nothing.
We made it. I'm surprised. Between Chris doing that, me not doing research, and like we did when I moved to my house I'm in now, we started transitioning to mythical creatures and stuff. And our first few episodes, I'm freaking out. Like I was on no sleep. I'm looking left, looking right. I'm bug-eyed. Like it was bad. I'm surprised.
He was tripping balls. I mean, he was just flat out just tripping.
What was it, the ghost episode? Like I'm just freaking out.
It's like drug testing.
Wow.
Then as we say that we really didn't have the initial idea of interviewing people. The interviewing just came about with the MMA, and then we started getting. Then Marchetti inboxed us. Craig was like, he wants to charge us. I think I don't know what he wants, but I said, Craig, just get.
Who's that weird guy?
Yeah,
I'm like, Craig, just get out of your comfort zone. Email him back and see what he wants. So Craig writes up this long email. We don't have a lot. We don't have no money. We're a small podcast. So what is your interest in helping us? He's like, I just want to help. Great.
I got the same text or message.
Yeah, and it was.
So,
I mean, it was one of those. I was glad he pushed me because it was when Mark has been an amazing friend, amazing help, and I mean, we owe him a lot because all of the people. I mean, like we've met Harlan. She's commenting right now. Hi to her. It's just there's Mark's on here. Hello to him too, and it just it just really branched us out, and it got to areas that I mean I didn't expect where this was going. I mean, they said, I don't even know if people really know the story of how we met. If you've ever talked about it, you posted on a group, and I happened to see the comments, and I commented back like, "Oh my God, that is an awesome story. I would love to hear it." And I don't know what went through your mind. Like, is this guy serious or is this thing? And I'm just like, no, I've got a podcast. I'd love to bring you on. And I told these guys, and they're like, what? And I'm like, it's like, no, I think this is going to be an amazing story. And just like I said, we should just hear it out. And here we are. This is what, All from a Facebook post.
Right?
My God, Mark.
Yeah, I think Mark needs an intervention. I mean, have you guys seen his bookshelf? Come on.
Oh my God, yes.
Have you seen my bookshelf? Oh my God.
But it's all nice and neat. You got your Clio cards back there.
Mm-hmm. You should see the floor. I'm starting to get piles of books.
Obviously, you don't have dogs.
No, they're not allowed in the study.
My dogs aren't allowed in my room, my bed, and there's actually none sleeping right now, but they sleep in the middle of the room.
This back behind me is really an eclectic, just think of everything. I mean, tarot cards, runes. I mean, I've got pretty much, I got it all.
You don't have a Ouija board.
No.
Don't. I'm like, don't. No.
Not one with the Ouija, no.
All your magical charms. Don't get a Ouija board, please.
I mean, I even have my Ellis Island, pin holder. See? I mean, there's so much.
Yeah. Do you have Greg's Cheeky? Do you guys don't know the Brady Bunch, the legend of the Cheeky?
Nope. No,
you guys haven't covered that on your show.
No,
you guys
that's
need to
actually
look into that.
I mean, I got the same wine.
That's on your agenda.
I'll look that up.
Is that a holy display of your faith?
No. That's some wine bottles. Some it's just a random picture,
Just a random picture that came with the house when he moved in. And we're just like, oh, we don't like it. Let's just keep it. What do we gotta do? If we take it down, we gotta paint. Leave it.
It'll show the marks on the wall.
Yeah. I was initially starting in another room, and then I got booted out of that room into our formal dining room. So kind of just the new area. Been here for a while, but
you gotta go back and watch our first episodes. I went from my room to my other room to my closet to a bathroom to outside.
The outside with the barbecue and the broken lamp that falls on him was an awesome episode. That was.
I think that was that Aaron Evans when we had 2 episodes with him.
It could have been. That's where all of a sudden that broken lamp starts falling at you off the barbecue. Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm in a corner now.
Quality studio setup, let me tell you.
Right?
Didn't we had the guest at Publix check out groceries?
Oh God, yeah. We interviewed Otis Anderson from UCF, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'll come on." And he comes on, he's walking. I was like, "All right, he's gonna sit down." This motherfucker sits down in a Publix, right next to the cash registers. When you hear beep, beep, yeah, I rush a lot. Beep. I'm like, dude, like, you can't go anywhere else. I'm trying to promote you, man.
He did everything but get on the scale on the way out the door.
God dang it. Geez.
I know.
That was, oh, God. So
I mean, we've even had a guy going around. It almost looked like he was an Uber driver. He was like just circling around town and he's talking with us. See downtown flying by. He's just chatting away on the phone. And we're like, this is just crazy. I mean, just how some of the people that have been there, it's like they've been great stories. I've enjoyed it.
Was it like a taxi cab confessions or something? Or
I was expecting like cash cab. No, he was knowledgeable, so I said I was expecting the cash cab thing. So it's just like,
oh my gosh. So have you guys done on location outside of your?
Not yet.
Wait, not yet.
No, they originally we had a plan, and I mean, I'm still wasn't entirely on board with it, but I was willing to go. Austin was thinking, and he got Chris on board about going to a hookah lounge.
Oh yeah,
and trying to do a remote. I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna pull this off. Let alone, just everybody around sharing the same pot. But then,
Okay.
luckily, I don't want to say luckily, but I think COVID kind of derailed that plan.
So
we were gonna go. It was gonna work.
listen, I will do it. I will do a remote episode June 2nd. I'll be at Ormond Beach. Oh, we kind of did. I was at the beach one time, but I'll be at Ormond, probably drunk, and I will call in and do an episode. That'll be remote from somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll do it.
I'm just gonna fall off his chair.
Don't be a streaker.
I'll be in Ormond probably.
He'll be talking to us, and his pole will get a bite, and he'll just run off. All you're going to see is his white butt as he just goes running off to get his fishing pole.
Oh
my God!
I wish you had the video. I wish you had the garage tumble photo that you all clowned me for several months. I just rolled out in the garage.
Yeah, he says he's not drunk, and all of a sudden you just see this ring. Basically, it's like ring footage. All you see is just Chris just come rolling off of a lawn chair out into his driveway, and he's just laying there. He's like, "I wasn't drunk." I'm like, "Dude, yeah, you were."
It was the slowest fall you've ever seen. It was like just fall. I wasn't drunk. I swear. I'm like, dude, you were drunk. Like, there's no way. Like,
that's enough of our craziness. So.
I was gonna play a drinking game by myself. A keyword beards, but I don't want to be.
We could tomorrow. We can all do that. Craig, go get your spirits, whatever you got. Go get what you got, Austin, and we could do that.
We can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get to tequila.
I'm gonna get some water. Only thing I have in front of me is beard oil. I'm not shooting beard oil, so
yes.
That would not be good.
I'll pretend.
What flavor? What flavor is it, Austin?
The gentleman.
Gentleman.
The flavor.
Did he just say he's going to shoot the gentleman? Is that what I just heard?
It's like. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I got off track here. Okay, so we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. God knows why. They cast out all the snakes from Ireland, right? Have any of you kissed the Blarney Stone?
No,
I've never been. We want to get to me and my wife's. That's one of our bucket lists. We want to get to Ireland, Scotland, and stuff. So
don't knock the beard oil. Okay.
I don't want to hear nothing from you, Dan. You shave your beard every week.
You have nothing.
Every day it's like, oh, look, I shave my beard. I'm like, come on, Dan, why?
Dan, how are you, sir? Nice to hear you from it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you guys know how to kiss the Blarney Stone? Do you know how it's done?
No.
I know you got to hang up pretty much almost upside down, holding onto those rails to kiss the stone.
Is it a French kiss?
What? What goes on?
COVID. Ew, it's a stone. If you want to, you go for it.
You want to lick the?
What part?
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. I knew you would know. What the heck is that?
I mean,
okay. Whatever. I'm not commenting to that. Oh boy. So what's your favorite guest you guys have had on?
Ooh. And the funny part was, I even told myself, I wonder if this was going to be a question. I should have thought about this one. Oh, I mean, I really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with the Mark Eddy special. That one was a lot of fun. Just just messing around. I really liked the episode we had with Janet and Scott Wolter. That one was a lot of fun. Max Hawthorne is always an amazing guest, and that one's a lot of fun for me too. I'll let the other guys see if they come up with one. I'll sit there. I think it's just, there's been several. I mean, it's just I mean, these guys nickname me the Beard of Knowledge, but it's one of those things. I've just got like the intellectual thing. I mean, that's part of one of the reasons why we got into this. For me, is I wanted to be able to talk about these subjects that I've looked on different podcast sites and I couldn't find episodes on them. So that was kind of my thing. It's like, why not just do shows on the ones I can't find? Might as well do the show. There's got to be other people like me that want these. And kind of falling through is we've gotten some topics. I mean, there's been some ones, I mean, like for me, it's like Joshua Shapiro. I mean, that one was so different to me because here's a guy fully communicating with a crystal skull. I mean, in full conversation, telling him to be quiet.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be on the show.
I remember that.
I'm like, it is one of those things. It was amazing to me because it was just here's this thing. You either believe him or you don't. But the amazing part is he is either so in tune with this this metaphysical the object talking to the skull that it's actually physically communicating with him, or you have the other camp, people thought he was just nuts. And I'm like, but it was such an amazing conversation talking with him. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, so I don't know about you guys, I'm not sure what your guys' favorite one was.
I mean, I love the lost treasures. That's always an amazing story. Like how we want to raid a certain military base to see if we can find it. Hey, look, we'll split the gold with you if it's here. Like, let us go dig. Just please let us dig. We'll split it with you. That was like one of my very favorite ones. That they're actually lost treasures still around here in the world.
Oh yeah. Cool. And the most recent one, obviously, Anna and Renita. That was like the best show in a long time. They're just so outspoken.
Oh yeah,
It's just
Anna
so
Renata,
great. They held nothing back.
As Austin calls them,
awesome.
the Renalta, and I was like, that sounds like a kitchen appliance. Anna and her kitchen appliance. We have Anna and Renalta with us.
That was last week, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
That's why I told Craig. I said our other MMA show, it was more of a job, and you need to be open and fun. I mean, don't be wait till when we had guests on. You're like, hey, you can cuss, don't go crazy, but just be open, be fun. If you're making it a job, it's not fun anymore. You can't do
Was that Sheena? That was like every other word was the F word. It was like, it's okay, you can cuss. I'm like, whoa, scale back.
Yeah.
That was
great on that one.
I mean, for us, I mean, would we love? Would I love to get monetized? Would we love to get monetized? Yes, but as of now, it's like really fun. It's really fun to us. I mean, if we don't get no more than 1,000 viewers, 4,000, I mean, I'm happy with that. But ultimately, our one-day goal is to be able to just do podcast stuff every day. Wake up, hey Craig, I'm going to interview this guy across the United States. Hey, what are you doing? I mean, that would be an ultimate really goal for our podcast, just to be able to make a living off of a podcast. Might happen.
It could.
Yeah, we
could. There's still time. Okay. You guys want to play a game? I got 3 games.
Yes, game time!
Okay.
I thought I was supposed to be on my best behavior tonight.
Oh. No, you don't have to. This is my show. Okay. Let's play. Time to play. Name an Irish celebrity. Who do you know?
I thought that said Irish celery. I'm so tired.
Irish cabbage.
I had one beer, I swear. Oh man.
I swear. There's only one.
I'm just gonna get out right so I can end it. Conor McGregor.
I'll give you who?
That's all I know. Well, it's Conor McGregor, but he's a
Conor.
athlete.
Yep.
She's a star, right?
What's his name? Oh man.
Yeah, Conor McGregor is is the famous.
It's an actor.
So
it's an actor. I forgot his name.
Well, you got Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson.
Oh.
Yeah, he's.
I was going to give you a
Irish.
hint for that. Yes, you got one.
Somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Colin Farrell.
Colin. Yep.
I mean,
And yeah.
if you really want to scrape the, like I said, a lot of people. I mean, there's some really obscure ones. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to know him. I think his last name is Branaugh. I think it's Kenneth Branaugh. Yeah, Gabriel Byrne.
Yes.
Or Byron.
Andrew Kendrick is Irish.
Who's that?
Anna Kendrick.
Guinness.
Kendrick,
Are you using
Guinness?
That's a
Google?
beer.
Yes.
That's a beer.
Okay, now I think
The
it's
famous
wrong.
celebrity is Guinness.
This is all wrong. One, Anna Kendrick, even if she is, right? Even if Anna Kendrick is Irish, how can only Donnie Wahlberg be Irish, but nobody else in the Wahlbergs are Irish? Screw you, Google.
See, everybody's seeing right here, right? See with this? They've got Google down in Wikipedia.
Apparently not. There's no way that all these celebrities are from Ireland. Jack Nicholson is not from
God.
Ireland. There's no way.
I'll give you 3 more.
He's from New Jersey.
Bono.
Bono. Yes, there's
I
one.
was thinking of Bon Jovi. I get Bono and Bon Jovi wrong.
Edge, you too. I mean, yeah, fun.
Enya.
Oh, that was wrong.
And yeah, ooh, that's a very good one. Very good one.
Pierce Bronson.
Sounds familiar.
Not
Pierce
Pierce.
Bronson.
Pierce
Even
Bron-
James Bond.
James Bond. I thought he was. I didn't realize he was Irish. I thought he was. I thought he was British.
James Bond.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, you guys want to play another one, huh?
Yes.
That's all I got.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I thought you just said that was all I got. You were like hoping you'd say no.
We need a phone a friend. We need a phone a friend option on this one. Phone a friend. Hey, Mark.
Okay. Bring him in.
This is like this is totally low budget. Otherwise, I'd be having like bells and whistles going off, confetti going off. This is low budget, man. I got my silly little iPod earbuds going with my computer. This is totally low budget. I don't have a budget for this.
I can make it look more official.
Okay. There you go.
Till it slaps you in the face like last time.
Like that last time when it fell off the wall. Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay. Next game.
It almost did it again.
This one might be harder. Say some Irish slang and sayings in an Irish accent. We'll see who wins.
Oh shit! That was
Slanja.
I almost said Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
I'm German.
Do I win?
I'm drawing.
Slanja.
What? Slim Jams? What the hell?
What? Slanja?
Donkey.
I'm drawing a
Dankeschön. It's more German. That's all I know is German.
God.
I'm drawing blank.
You can't go Irish for a second. No, your tongue doesn't speak Irish.
Top of the morning to you.
Not really.
Top.
Yes, got one.
You got one. I have no idea what Craig's saying.
That's exactly.
Slanja is drinking. When you're drinking, it's like American cheers. Prost. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Slanja. It's if I'm not mistaken, it's spelled Slainte.
Sherlock.
Oh my
If
god!
I'm not mistaken.
I thought she said thick
Shenanigans.
What? Thick Irish guys?
Thick Irish midgets. And I was like, thick Irish midgets? What?
They're fun size. They're fun size. Okay. God. Okay. All right. That one was
It means health. And by the way,
how
Slanja.
about this one? Irish podcast karaoke.
Ooh.
Oh. Are you guys
Challenge.
Yeah. Let's see. We
I
are.
can't do that.
Yeah. We'll all sing together. How about that?
Ooh, okay.
So, Scared?
Yes, I need some lyrics.
I think we need.
Oh, we're gonna sing Sunday, Bloody Sunday, huh?
And make it go away. How long?
How long must we sing this song? How long? I need a drink if we're gonna do this.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, it's progressive. Yes.
Thank God. Uh-oh. How do I get this off of here?
The video get
Dropkick Murphys is a good group too.
What's
that video get
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Drink.
I was searching. I was searching for insurance. So New Year's Day. We're not doing New Year's Day. Sorry, but there's this other band we didn't even. You guys ready for another one? That was an easy one, guys.
Flogging Molly's a good one too.
Oh yeah. Flogging Molly. That's good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Do you want to sing India?
I don't even think it's one of those. It's been. I mean, I know I grew up in that era, but still, it's like that's harkening back to the 90s.
Oh man, that's fun.
For India.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
India what?
I was a mom. India.
India what? What's the doctor?
Sail away.
None you.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh, zombie.
Is that the same song, right? Or is that different? What are you doing, man?
Nope, that's one.
Creepy.
The
same song, right?
And then you've got Sinead O'Connor, the song that got her banned off of SNL. Nothing compares to you.
Yeah.
Because she held up that thing about the Pope.
Do you know those
iconic.
Those two songs are actually about civil unrest.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know? And so Bloody Sunday and Irish History and Zombie, the bombings. So I don't know if people really know that. So
yeah, that is just kind of like it's not really on the funny side, but I mean, you want to talk about just the weirdest thing. It was actually funny. Me and my wife were talking about this today. How you could have people that so ingrained and hate each other, and it's over the same religion. It's Christianity, but it's two different. You have Catholicism and Protestants, and you're fighting each other because one side is Protestant and one side is Catholic. I mean, that's what it's. And it's one of the weird things. It's like everybody, you guys believe in the same creator. I go, this is weird. This is of all things to me, that was one of the weirdest society dividing things that's always been really surprising to me is with the Irish, just how much they hate each other over just their version of the church. And it's gone into a societal thing to where now it's just Catholics don't hang out with Protestants. Doesn't happen. It's weird.
Yeah, but it's happening all over the world.
I know.
It's not just the Catholics and the Protestants.
To have the same, it's like it's not even a different religion. It's the same one, and it's the same thing, Christianity, and it's like, but they hate each other because one has a different, it's worded different. One passage is worded different, and this makes this Protestant. It's really, it's for me. That's always been from growing up. Just the whole IRA, just the bomb, just everything was just always just fight against England. It was always something that was just crazy, and it just for me, and it was that was a surprise for me. Just that was the cultural divide. Because you have the struggle against England, for independence, but there's just that deep-seated thing about where it comes down from religion. I mean, we don't have time to get into all of it, but yeah, that's just for me. That's always just been the weirdest thing when we're talking about Ireland, just the divide between Northern Ireland and regular.
I love this. I love this. Mm-hmm. I love this because that's exactly what is going on today.
And Harlan's correct. Yeah, he was like, and like I said, they're talking. Like I said, we could get into that, that part. Yeah, for me, it always just boiled down to just how it was just weird how that was always a divide. It seems like the other stuff kind of makes sense. You're struggling for independence, but just to have something where you hate somebody, even though you both have a crucifix on your wall, it was really weird. It just always was weird to me. And so back to the drinking songs.
Oh shit! I didn't have any more, but I could share a little something. Mm-hmm. This is for our friend, our mutual friend.
Oh.
What's that? Oh, the bearded ladies. There you go. Yeah, there you go for Mark.
We love you, Mark. Oh boy, I'm never gonna hear the end of this with him. The bearded ladies, but no.
Yeah, that was an awesome little thing you did for him. He really enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
never hear the end of it. So going back, talking about civil divide, that's we're seeing that in society today. I don't know if you guys saw the little TikTok controversy. I'm super straight.
I'm not sure. You might have to help me with that one. I'm not sure.
So this kid went on TikTok. I'm not a big TikTok. Someone sent me this link to it was another podcaster, big one. I can't think of his name, but he was on there, and I'm sorry, the podcaster was talking about this TikTok thing, and this TikTok got taken off the air because the guy was just saying, I'm just super straight. I don't want to date like women that were once men. And so now it became hate. It became hate speech. So he's like, I'm super straight. I just want to date someone that was born a female. And it became this big thing. So we're seeing all
have opinion no more? Wow.
Yeah, right? So
yeah,
we're seeing a lot of censorship. How do you guys feel about that as podcasters?
I personally do not like this cancel culture. I mean, I am open. I mean, it's one of those things. I'm not closed-minded, in any way, and it's just for me. A lot of these people that are just like, I don't like it, so I don't want to see it. That's freedom of speech is there to protect the stuff that you don't like. It's not there to protect the stuff you like. And it's one of those, nowhere is there a guarantee that you won't be offended, that you're not going to be, it's one of the, as adults, kids, I understand, but as you're an adult, you have to learn at some point how to control your own actions and just realize, it might be hurtful. It might be saying, it's pretty easy on social media. It's called block. Just ignore it. You don't have to. There's nowhere on here does it say you have to listen to this person that's saying stuff to you. Get rid of them. I mean, there's block. Yeah, that's all you have to do. And there's a difference fine line between harassment and going to you can go to the extreme, and those are the people that need to be handled. But just the fact of, because I don't like what you've said, you're out. This can't be, because you can't have a discourse. I mean, it's just even like right now in the comments, like M.A. Allen, he disagrees with one of the things I said. I go, at no point am I like, get rid of this guy. I'm like, I love seeing this, because this is how you grow. When you have discussions, when you have things, this is how I would become a better person. If I get something wrong, I want to talk about it. I want to figure out what I got wrong so I can learn. That's how you get better. Why do you think I have all these books behind me? It's not because I'm the smartest guy. I have nothing to learn. I think I even said it on a show. A wise man knows that you have much to learn. A fool is the one that says, I have nothing to learn.
Right.
And that's it's just, like I said, I'm not going to filibuster here, but it's one of those, and that's, and for me, that's the type of thing. It's like, I want, like the TikTok, if I saw it, it says, I don't have a problem with people saying their mind, what their opinion is, but if they act on it, that's the type of thing. That's when, somebody needs to step in. If somebody's going around attacking people because they're not straight, they're not, they're gay, that's when we need to have intervention. But just some guy saying, I'm not interested in a dude that's a chick now. What's
wrong with that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong, because that's your preference. I like, if you like, if you like men, if you like women, great on you. Be happy, do your thing. If you don't like it, there's nobody that should be telling you you're, canceling you because you say, I don't want to date somebody who's dressed up as the other sex. That should be your own personal choice. There's nothing hateful. Yeah, there's nothing hateful about that. That's not my preference. I mean, it's.
But they should pass a law against that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like you can't, if you don't accept anybody. I mean, I don't want to get into it. It's one of those things you can get yourself in so much trouble. It's like, it's like that thing. It's like right now. The name just failed me. He's Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that type of thing. Everybody was like, you're supposed to say she's the most beautiful woman. You're like, it's a guy. It's a guy that became a woman. I go, I'm not going to sit here and say she's this most attractive female I've ever seen, because I go, I'm not attracted to her. So it's one of those things. What am I supposed to say if I say, I don't find her attractive? Oh my God, you're hating. It's like,
I'm going to delete you. I don't.
It's
fine.
Yeah, it's just. That's the type of thing that is just, people find all this that, like as a podcaster, it's crazy. It's like you say this stuff and you get people that will just flat out, that's it, no more, and they just go off. And you're like, that's the thing. If you don't like what you're hearing, don't listen. If you don't want to, if you don't like what somebody's saying, don't listen. I mean, you don't have to get all bent out of shape. I mean, wait. It happens. Yeah, it happens in every aspect of life. People just don't realize. It's like they get so hyper focused on, I have to defend myself. No, it's pretty easy. It's called block. Now you never have to deal with that person again. They're gone. Live your life. When
it becomes like an irritant, you can only take so much of it, and then it's like, bye bye. So as podcasters, do you ever feel like you're crossing a line that you might get censored?
Well, Alan just said right there too, it's just about, the doxing. He just, on the comments, and that's one of the fears too. It's like you want to be yourself. Not right now, Chris. Chris, like, can you hear me? I was like, I think you can hear you now. But it's like I said, you have that fears if you don't say something that you're supposed to, that your stuff is going to get all thrown out there. People are going to show up at your house throwing stuff at you, scream. And that's an honest fear. And that's actually a shame, because you can't, it's just like your show. I want you to feel comfortable to have an honest, real discussion. Like you said, you want to have that flat earth person on. Great. That's the thing. I want you guys to have an actual conversation, but you're going to get some of the just absolute nutsos that are just going to flip out. They're like, I can't believe you have these whacked. It's just like,
well, that's the whole point.
Have a conversation. The
whole point is not necessarily. I'm trying to make a point with having that person on.
Yeah.
So people might expand their mind and like, hey, let's give this person the platform to talk and tell us what, maybe we'll learn something and we didn't know before. Maybe not everything is going to be wacko.
Well, I tell my son all the time, and it's one of those things. I don't know if I've ever said this to you guys either. It's just when you are having a discussion, if you cannot articulate both sides of an argument, you have not done your research, you're indoctrinated, you're not educated. And so you have to be able to, so like the conversation, I can say, God, those flat earth people are just badass crazy.
On your mind.
Freudian slip. No, you could say that, but if you can't articulate their case, you haven't done your research. You're just flat out just making a decision based off of bias, based off of whatever it was. You didn't do it from education. You just did it flat from just emotion. And like I said, and that's where I said, I applaud you for bringing them on, because it's that thing. It's by bringing them on, you get them, they can make their case. Some of them, they have valid points, because it's some things like they do here, and they're like, this can't be accurately explained. And, and it's like, yeah, there's some things that, it's off. I can't tell you why. I just know, like, when I see the pictures, the Earth's round. I see it from space. I go, I can't disprove you that it's all made up, that, when they go, we've never been out in space, they're just showing you computer generated. I can't prove that because I'm not there. So, how can I disprove you? You're making a point that I can't, through knowledge, through stuff I've researched, I can't tell you why you're wrong. I can just tell you, I'm looking at the NASA footage. I'm looking for stuff from SpaceX, and you can see this curve. I mean, it's right there. So unless they're showing me the flat disc straight on, and and the disc is round, I'm looking at a curve. And I can't tell you it's not real because I'm not there. But they sure did a lot of trouble of putting fake objects on a fake moon to make it look like we've already been there. You get to a lot of this stuff, and that's when for me, they really get to a lot of the fake space, the fake stuff. I mean, but I think one of the greatest points is the lost data. They don't know how to get back. And they're trying to get past they're trying to get past the radiation. And they start saying some of the stuff through NASA, and you're like, you're not helping. You're giving them ammunition. Stop it. I don't know why you're saying stuff like this, but yeah. So it's one of those. I look forward to the conversation when you have it on, because like I said, I'll definitely be tuning in and listening.
Definitely tune in.
It doesn't help that every time we launch a Starlink satellite, as soon as it comes back to land, intermission, problems, it landed. It's like, all right, that's not helping their cause.
Right.
It doesn't help either. I mean, we had one of our first episodes is one of our best ones. I don't know why. Solar Warden. Mm-hmm. And then we redid it with more knowledge and stuff. But I was listening to the radio, and I don't know what the truth is about it. Apparently, Russia and China are collaborating and starting to build a moon base on the moon in like the year or two. And apparently, there's records of Russia already made it to Venus. So if that's true, I don't know. So I don't know. Are we behind? Are we ahead? Why are we on Mars? Why? It's just all these things,
I got questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got questions.
Go.
That's why we do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
We have questions. I mean, where do you think your podcast is going to go? What do you guys?
As Elon Musk says, hopefully to the moon.
To the moon and back.
It said, Dogecoins.
As far as what you guys cover on your show, where do you think you'll go? Where do you guys want to go with your podcast? What myths or legends? I mean, you guys have done a lot of Bigfoot type.
I really want to keep covering like a lot of the obscure cryptids, a lot of the different ones that people have seen. I've agreed with Chris. I'm really fascinated by the lost history, that the evidence is right there. You're seeing the stuff that the Smithsonian doesn't want to admit to. And you got Egyptian tablets that are in the Americas that shouldn't be here. You've got these, there's all these artifacts that are around. I mean, I've got a novel, basically we had that book off, with our Varla Ventura thing. I showed my thick books. I've got the Forbidden Archaeology, and that's the one that shows all these things. Like my favorite one's the seashell that has the perfect laser engraved smiley face that was found in layers that are, I want to say it was 600,000 years old.
Wow.
And so it shouldn't be there. And this is one of those things. So how did this get there? You know,
That
Mark
wasn't
Eddy
put
just
there
said the
yesterday.
Giants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these things that where's this stuff coming? And I really want to break into those. I mean, I've absolutely loved the live interviews, like talking with people. It makes it real easy to feed off of other people because you only want to listen to yourself talk for just so long. You know, eventually, you know, you're just like, you know, it's cool having where you can sit back and they're like, oh, they were filibustering. Oh, I don't care. I'm sitting here listening to them. I'm like, I'm learning as I'm going. I mean, like half the time I tell them, if you see me like this, don't think I'm being rude. I'm writing down notes.
Exactly.
So I can go back and, yeah. You know, so I'm
the only
not
one
ignoring
over
you.
here.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I said, if you don't see me, look at this camera.
I turned my camera off when I write notes.
Yeah, I think it's because he's just eating. He doesn't want to see people, you know, when he's on camera.
That Klondike bar.
Yeah.
What would you do? All right, Klondike bar.
Oh wait,
Just
you
the
know,
wrapper I'll leave at the computer desk and I'll get cussed out in the morning.
you guys
Nice.
you guys are pretty edgy. He didn't even have to do the truffle shuffle on this show to get one of those.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's right. Do we want to embarrass you that you didn't even know that was from Goonies?
What is that?
Yeah. You had no idea.
He had no idea.
He had no idea that was from the Goonies. He thought it was just somebody just saying like they were just calling it a dance and stuff like that. I'm like, oh no, that's from the Goonies. Did
he know? Has he seen the Goonies?
I don't think he's ever watched the movie.
I watched it one time.
Let me say this is the pain that causes me. These two do not watch very much in the way of movies. I mean, movie references are wasted on these two.
Hey, you
absolutely
guys.
wasted.
Jesus.
They don't even know what that. I bet you they couldn't even tell you what that's from.
That's from the Goonies.
Hey, you guys! No,
I've only watched it one time. I was more of an outside kid than watching movies and playing video games.
Yeah, I mean, it's you just have these ones like all these classic movies. You just say these things like, "You remember that?" And they're like, "No."
That's the problem. I'm too
oh my
young for
god!
Right? I can't stand that. Oh my god! Talking about that. Jeez.
Back in my day.
It falls flat when nobody like understand, right? It's just like it's a brick wall.
we have quite the age disparity between us too. I'm 45, Chris is 35, and Austin is 25.
I'm 36 now.
You're 36 now. Well, I'm going to be 46. So, but yeah, we're 10 years apart. Each one of us is 10 years apart.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, the craziest one, Austin was in diapers and just learning to crawl when me and my wife started dating.
Wow. And that's something.
Here's some more numbers game.
My kid's gonna be older than you. My oldest kid's gonna be older than you.
Both of us or just Austin?
Austin. My kid's gonna be 26 this year.
Oh.
So we have more numbers game. It's my grandma had my mom at 20. My mom had me at 20. I had my first son at 20.
Wow.
So I don't know if that means something. I should probably look into that.
2020. Oh, okay.
Now, how old's that? How old's he now?
He's 5.
So in 15 years, you're going to be a grandpa? Is that what you're saying?
I hope not.
Oh,
Not
God.
in my house.
Oh, God.
Not in my house.
Not going to happen.
Hey, as long as you're not messing with my fishing goals, I don't care.
Okay. You guys got any questions for me? Did you guys bring any questions?
So, I had a couple, especially what was the biggest thing, because I know, I kind of helped push you in this direction, so what was your biggest hang up, the thing that kept you from doing this? Because it's really worked. I mean, I'm glad you did it. But
I am
what
too,
was holding you back?
Fear of this, being on camera by myself. But then I figured out, it's not so bad when you got somebody with you.
Mm-hmm. You really, everybody, like I said with that everybody looks at that thing and they're like, oh, I don't want to be on camera. I don't know about these guys, but for me, half the time I even forget that this camera's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I do so much leaning over and picking my
And
nose.
Yeah.
Besides everything, besides eating boogers, like.
I know.
Wait, I seen you do that.
I know. I'm over there. I'm sitting there messaging him. I'm like, Chris, stop this. You're just over here, right here on camera. I'm like, would you
He's
quit?
always goofing off.
I know. I'm like, dude, I'm like, oh, man, God. So, I'm going to throw that same question back at you. Where do you see your show going probably within the next year? I mean, what directions are you hoping to get yourself in?
Hopefully not jail.
That's a good goal.
Not arrested. Well, I'm going to do a lot of this open, platform pushing the envelope, letting people come on and speak their mind, because I'm all about free speech. And I think not just, the topics are great. So there's that. I don't know, maybe take it to TV.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah,
and radio.
That would be cool. That would be cool. That's one of those things, and that's I think your show yours is going to be a little easier. Ours is going to be a little bit more of editing that's going to be involved for us to be radio friendly.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we tend to drop a colorful word or two every now and then.
Fuck no, we don't.
And there's a censor. Boop.
I let that shit go.
I know.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I really feel like I'm going to have to get off some social media platforms, and I'll be on my own platform. To be honest, I'm moving towards another platform, and you guys are welcome to come on.
Awesome.
Well, appreciate that. And that's one of the hardest things too. It's like, and like we've talked a little bit about, these things, but YouTube, Facebook, Instagram stuff, they have made themselves the gatekeepers of information. And that's the craziest part is, and that's what's so scary about like yourself, taking that plunge, is because they're not going to promote you. Unless you throw lots of money their way, they're not even going to mention you. And that's why a lot of people are scared to branch off. And that's why I said we've built a little bit of a network, which I really like, between like Joey and Tanya, Mark, Eddie, you, us, going through all these things. And that's what I kind of like, because, and as I've told them, the part for me is there's no jealousy. There's nothing like, oh my God, Julie had that person on. That was our guest. And it's none of that, because what happens is, and like I said, I think you should have Dan and Teresa Duke on to talk about their book, Jesse James. I think that would be that's a really interesting one, how they think that, they make a pretty compelling case that, he survived.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't, and it's just where you have those ones, even like with, your show, like Ann and Renata, those ones, as we grow these things, it becomes they're Australia. So as we're growing this thing out and we become friends and we work together, this is something that, for all of us, it only helps us. It's only going to help, like I said, with you giving that generous offer, just saying, come on, that would be awesome. Because that's something that you're helping us, but at the same time, we're also going to benefit you, because we promote the hell out of your stuff too. I mean, that's why I always tell people, share it on our page, because it's content for people to watch. I mean, people want to have entertainment. They're not, this isn't like Nike and Adidas, where I can only wear this stuff, that I can only have one. You can have more than one. It doesn't have to be, this doesn't have to be Highlander. There can be more than one.
I love it, because we're all doing different things, and hopefully we can grow this little network and expand it with some like-minded people that have the same ideas about things. So, holy moly! I
know, isn't it cool how fast time flies?
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm healthy for the show. That was my worry.
I'm so glad you are.
Yeah. Yeah. For anybody that didn't know, I survived COVID. That was fun for a few days.
I'm
He's a
glad you're
COVID survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that it hangs on and lingers, so just take it easy. I hear next,
Cough drops.
There you go. Oh boy, you guys are gonna have to come back on the show soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We get a second invite. Oh, we'll be back.
Yes. No, it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, thanks for having us on, and it's one of those, for everybody that hasn't watched us before, this is what we are. As I said,
please go check them out. Three Beards Podcast. Let's do your at threebeardspodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go like them, subscribe to them over on YouTube so they can quit their day jobs and do this full time.
I want to go fishing all the time.
Oh yeah.
Same with that. It's like you said, everybody subscribe to your channel as well. Help that grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you haven't yet, subscribe.
Definitely.
It's one of those things. It's like, if you can't give money to any of us, just but the simple act of sharing, subscribing, and putting it out there, it takes 10 seconds of time, and it does amazing for us. And it's like Chris said, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Share it, subscribe, just do that, and it's amazing what that does. Because then we could sell that to an advertiser.
Yeah, at least do the free stuff for us.
Yeah.
You can't give us money. I mean, do the
help out a podcaster, and it's like being an author. If you're gonna read my book, go write a review, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's like me. It's
thumbs down.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, help people out. Go buy a book.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's Master in the Making. There's this one. It's pretty easy to find. Just go look this up on Amazon, and you can click purchase, and it can be sent to you right here, and you can have this book. And sir, right there.
Are you in sales?
Yeah,
I was.
I'm selling you some shit.
Sell some shit.
So yes, Master in the Making by Julianne Guthrie-Smulson. Go pick up that book.
Okay, guys, it's been super great. I appreciate you guys coming on, and
thank you for having us.
We'll do it again sometime soon.
Awesome.
I have no sponsors to plug, so we'll just say good night.
Good night. Yeah, go support our sponsor, Amazon. Master in the Making book.
No.
Go purchase that book.
Not Amazon. Beard oil.